We start.
Yeah, it's okay.
They show up. They're probably texting me like, "How do I get into the room?" And I'm like,
yeah. Maybe they don't know. They don't know how to use. Because me too. I have a little bit problem with. We go in. You know, you have to go copy the link. They ask you the password and everything.
Jamshai gonna connect con us.
he's coming. Jamshai.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hola. We have another hermano here. Okay, we all see.
I can see, but maybe he's trying to.
His audio. 1 second, your audio will come on.
Yeah. Let's see. We miss our brothers. We like 2 weeks here in North Carolina. It's not same because we always together. We all joking, play like. It's crazy. Live with this guy is crazy.
Here he comes. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. Hi guys.
How
are you, big brother?
How are you, brother?
We're good.
Brother, how are you, brother?
Same shit.
Lots of hair going on here. No barbers.
Who is this? Who is these two twins? Where you find them? Who is these guys?
I don't. These are some South Carolina boys. They're country boys.
Normal California. They move and never come back.
We West Scouts. We West Coast guys. Right? West Coast guys.
Hey, where is Salim?
I don't know. I'm not in home. Salim in home. He's not joined.
He should. I sent him email. He probably will go. Oh, because Salim's been getting some good sleep lately, resting from all the hard training you guys are doing. Yeah.
Who joined with us? Also, just Salim.
Just Salim. I invited Rustam, but Rustam might be sleeping. I try to get Rustam maybe tomorrow, but it's still like your hours, his hours, my hours. You know.
Yeah, it's different.
So I mean, we have East Coast, we have West Coast, we have on the beach over here. You know. But I did what you guys saw the podcast with Rustam. He was pretty good. You know.
I watched today. Very good podcast. 30 minutes. Very productive.
It's my first podcast with a guy from Belgium who is Chechen, and now I have Colombian and Tajik. So
Tajikistan.
You guys are the first Colombian podcasters and first Tajik. It was going to be Salim, but Salim's now the second Tajikistan podcaster ever. You know.
Salim first, and I am after. You know, I'm the second.
Yeah.
No, it's very interesting. When you come to AKA, you can meet people from all around the world, you know, Colombian, Mexican, American, Indian, Kazakhstan, like everybody, you know, mix. Yes, you learn another culture, you meet different people, and you become one family. It's very good.
That's very true. I mean, you guys are very tight. You guys lived together for a while, and I was joking with them. I said, "Oh, you're having the easy life in North Carolina in the big house, and you miss the discipline of Salim. He makes you sleep on the floor like Matador, like."
The
Kurpacha, you know.
Yes, they have bed now. You know, they have bed. So
but I mean, I have to sleep with this guy.
Brother, I sleep with my brother. In your room, brother. You know what happened in your room, brother?
Keep. Don't talk about bad story, brother.
No, come on, brother.
Any of you guys working right now, doing any Uber stuff or anything like delivery?
I do personal training. Also, I do DoorDash sometimes, you know. Just like
me and my brother now, we in my wife's home. We help her and put floor, little bit construction because she need help. And when we come back San Jose, we have to work, you know.
Live,
DoorDash, pick up food. I mean, for now, it's only the thing is working. We can do, you know, like pick up food and all this stuff. But
it's better than stay home.
It's better than stay home, and you know.
It's true. It's better than stay home, make some money, and don't stay home and stay poor. I mean, yesterday I rented a house up by Santa Cruz. That's where I am right now, because where I live is too much people. I wanted space. So I get a house in the mountains, up in the mountains by Santa Cruz. and I see a guy driving, and he's like, where is house 220? And I'm in the woods, in the forest. I'm like, I have no idea. This poor DoorDash guy was lost.
Santa Cruz, you've been here, right? Santa Cruz, like 40 minutes from San Jose.
Yeah, you know where Aptos is? Right past
Yes,
Santa Cruz?
I
That's
know.
where I am.
I know. It's pretty good area.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, close to ocean.
Santa Cruz City, too many people, too many wild party people. I want to relax, house, private. So you go past Santa Cruz about 15, 20 minutes, and it's a nice place. You know. Did you guys you guys go to the beach a lot? I always see pictures with Jemmy. He's on the beach, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Sometimes when we have opportunity, we try to leave, Bay Area and see something new. For example, Los Angeles not too far. We go sometimes away. Like 1 month ago, we went to Miami and we're driving. It's crazy time because we're driving there 2 days. We stay there 4 days. We're driving back 2 days. So 4 days we spent in the car,
Yeah. Oh, crazy time,
In the car.
We like this. We don't sleep nothing, but we enjoy. Like a brother. It's good. It's good times. It's good times. We always together. Always together. Jan Shem, Salim, me and my brother always together. It's very good friends. Like training together. Like a family. Like a family.
Well, Javier was sit there and he brought you guys for a translation to get the best price on food and everything. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, you know what? You know what's interesting? Them when they come first, we come, and next year they come, and I see like these guys. They fighting good, but they can't talk English. I told them I cannot talk too, but they talk like little.
We are still learning.
Now they speak English. They speak little bit Farsi, Tajiki, and they speak little bit Russian.
Как дела, нормально все. So хорошо.
Хорошо. Well, no, it's funny because you speak. I mean, Tajikistan, you have the Farsi and you have the Russian, and that's where people keep saying, "Oh, Russia," but you're so close to other countries where Farsi is a bigger language. Right?
Yeah, Farsi is the first language and Russian is the second, but everybody speak Russian. And also a lot of people, for example, in capital, in Dushanbe, people know English. So they learn English in the school, and they, like kids who study schools or universities, they pretty good in English. So it's, in capital, they have, 2 language, sometimes 3 language.
Now, you guys carry a podcast for just 1 second. Let me see what our special caller, Salim, has to say.
Yeah, call her. It's okay. We wait. Easy home for sure. Everybody home. Yeah. How is Firuz, Jamshi? How is Firuz?
Firuz different level, brother. One day he hungry, one day, he relax, he feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. The Salim is joining us in about 15 minutes. He just get back from store, but that's okay because I have very interesting guys here. You guys, everyone's like, people see, when I do MMA podcast, me and Javier are very serious fan questions. But with you guys, I just want to know about you. It's not an interview like, okay, are you good on the ground? Are you good on stand-up? Are you good on the ground? How's your ground? How's your stand-up? It's the same question every interview. And maybe as a young fighter, you're like, oh, one day I will arrive and I will be at the UFC. How's your ground? How's your stand-up? How's your ground? How's your opponent? It's the same question. Here's it for you. Yeah, you get to tell me what's going on. So now, who came here first out of everybody? Who came to AKA first?
Jamshed.
We came if we not get Khabib from Russian language from the Russian, next after Khabib come Arsen. You know Arsen, right? He's in Believe. He came in September 2016 and he left. And after we, Salim, together, yes, we came like February, March 2017. And we start training in the summer. We get apartment June 1st. We start to train, living, working. And after when you come 2018, right?
2019 in June, something like this.
No,
June.
First time you come 2018 in the summer. You remember we play soccer.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, yes.
True. You're right. We come 5 months, we stay 5 months, and we left. And we come back 2019. Yeah, you're right. In February we come back. It's true.
So did you, Jamshed, did you used to train in AKA Thailand too? That's where this started?
No. I start like my MMA career been starting here in American Kickboxing Academy. I used to train back in Russia, but I do university, you know, and I don't have a goal to become a fighter. I do training by myself couple times in a week just for protect, because in Russia, like a lot of situation, you have to protect yourself, you know. But I don't have a plan to become a fighter. But in time when I turn 21, I'm just thinking about this. But I'm thinking about go to United States and train there and start my career there, because in Russia it's a little bit different, you know. And I just get my visa and I came. When I came, I living in San Francisco 4 months, and I trained 1 month in one gym in San Francisco. But I tried to, you know, join with a pro team, and they told me, hey, go fundamental, go 1-2. So they not give me opportunity to grow up. And once I came to AKA, Javier Mendez, he sees Salim, right? He don't know who I am. And he told me, like, enjoy with the family, with the team, because Salim bring me. And I just came and I see all these guys, Khabib, Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, and I told myself, you know, dream come true. And I start my journey there in American Kickboxing Academy.
So you like, oh, I'm here, everybody's here, I might as well. It's a destiny. Yeah.
Yes. You know,
it's a different life. And then these young men came from Colombia.
Yeah.
So straight from Colombia, or?
Straight from Colombia. We just finished school, and in this time we always training. Seriously, we don't thinking about school study. Even we sleep in the school.
We don't like
school. It's the truth. We still don't like study. Just
sport.
We just
guys.
training, and we sleeping even in the school. And the time school finish, we just tell my mom, you know what? We don't spend money in university. Don't spend time with us, and she support us a lot. We always have she support, and we start training in Colombia. I mean, it's not same level AKA, because it's grow up now. It's grow up, you know. It's basic level striking. Jiu-jitsu is not same wrestling. Everybody in AKA is too much. So we start training, fight like events, amateurs. So we always thinking about, if we wanna do this, we need to leave Colombia, because we need to train with the best, you know. AKA, even we play games and we see John Fitch, we see Cain Velasquez, all these fighters, we see Luke Rojo, and we training so hard. My mom see like how training we training, and we just always thinking about fight. We just talking about fight. Everybody's tired in Colombia about, hey, fight. But, you know, like Jamshed say, dreams come true. And one day we take the decision, leave from Colombia, and we start training in AK. First day, I don't remember. I remember this day.
He do. No first day, but this is very, very funny, history. So, like, first days, we come with, like, we want to see, like,
we need to prove, like, when you go for one, like, big thing, like, everybody look us, like, we twins, we from Colombia, everybody want to see what we have, you know, what you have it. You know, it's the first day, so we know this, so we live a little bit nervous, and we everybody do very hard sparring.
They don't do like this.
And they don't do, because it's like little bit disrespectful because you need to come and you home. It's like you home. You need to little bit respect. But we no respect, you know, we just always do crazy like
crazy sparring.
And this time we do with Soso and with Salim. Man, Salim, you know, we're gonna do hard because coach tell us it's very good sparring. So we okay, with no nervous, but he give me very good high kick.
He give us one high kick for my brother.
Me. I almost was done. I say wow, but it's okay.
But after that we become friends.
It's funny because after this we always say, hey, Salim.
See, and after we meet Jamshe, he helped us with the job before working in moving.
First job, he found us job. He opened his home. You know, we never forget this. He helped us. So in this moment, we don't know. We don't wanna come back for Colombia because it's not same situation. You know. So one of the person, Salim Jamshe, is on the way. He help us for our dream. Still,
Coach Javier, he's very humble guy. He helped us a lot in training this. So this is the history for
even you too, brother. You send us picture. He's good, brother. He's, you know, he's help us for show people we training,
show the twins.
Show the twins. We twin. And now we here talking to you.
Here we are. Well, you see, I've noticed people that watch our channel, when the channel was small, I had to get it big. I had to put big Khabib videos. Now we have more subscribers. Now people want to know more. They've seen a good Khabib story. They've seen a good, you know, Javier story. Now they want to see, who are the fighters? Who are these people? We look at their pictures, you know, but usually MMA historically has been an interview. So you can only get this interview until you win 10 fights. And that doesn't, the podcast is to get to know you as a person. And I think a lot of people are curious. I have a lot of Russian followers, South American people. By demographics, it tells me who's watching. So, you know, Russia is right behind America on the YouTube channel. On Instagram, it's Russia and where is America? I don't even know who's following me on Instagram from America.
We have all these followers from Tajikistan, everywhere, Russia. One day call us, we answer. They are good guys. Hey, salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Good guys.
So you guys have your brothers, your coach brothers at home. You have Jamshe and you have Salim, and they teach you all the other stuff, the life stuff, the work stuff. Focus. So you're lucky. You have 4 coaches. You're very good.
Brother, I don't know who coach who. These 2 guys, they can do, you know, they can do moving, they can fight. They work in 2 jobs and they train and they go sparring and they spar with the top guys. For example, they do moving before, they come back from moving and they go do security, you know. They come back from security 2 a.m. and they wake up 10. First, always wake up Edward. You know, they twins.
I never wake up.
Twins, but they very different. Edward wake up, Edward go make breakfast, and 11:45, Edwin wake up, eat, and we go sparring, you know. No, this is very, you know, hard working guys. They help mom, brother. So I think they're young. I think in time, 4 or 5 years, they're gonna be in top, inshallah.
I think so. You know, even before you came on, Jamshe, you know, I was telling him we were talking with Islam and Javier and I, and he says, Coach, send me brothers to keep in my garage for sparring because I can't leave my house.
Oh.
You guys are now professional sparring. You know, they just import you everywhere. But, you know, it's like, I know that Jamshe is the businessman. You can tell by talking to him. He's always, you know, this was not your ambition. So your brain was already analytical, mathematical businessman. So I'm sure that helps the young guys out when they go, what do we do? You're like, idea. I'm sure, you know, I only know from outside, but, you know, what was it like for you guys coming here, like to America for you from Tajikistan? What was that like to come here? What has surprised you? What is the good and bad, or what do you see? I mean, nothing negative. I don't talk politics, but just like a young man coming to America going, California, wow, what is this? How was it for you, Jamshay?
You know, when I came to United States, before I cut everything. So I cut everything in the Moscow, in the Russia, and I told myself now I have to go just forward. And my family support me. And even now they say, if you start, go to the end. And when I start, I'm always thinking I'm gonna go to the end, I'm not gonna be stopped. And this is my goal, motivate me, my family motivate me, and I meet good people here. People here, they support you. When they see you go up, when they see you have a goal and you continue, just keep going, they support you. We meet a lot of people here, good people, who like even American, they support us. Like in Russia, sometimes it's a little bit hard for the fighters. Here, when you train, when you do MMA, you have a big respect from the people. For example, we work in former gym, and they promote me very well. They sell like 50 tickets for my amateur fight. When I come into my amateur fight, I feel like I'm in home, even I'm in United States. I have people behind me. And yeah, it's different here to continue your dream, to just keep going, because you have a coaches behind you, you have a people who support you, you have a family back in home, and it's give you a lot of motivation.
I will tell you, I mean, yes, I'm American. I was born in the United States, but I moved to Europe when I was only 3 years old. And
Yes.
I lived in Italy. That's why I speak Italian and Spanish, right? But I lived there till I was 19 years old. So 16 years. So my culture, I went to school with American, and then I go home and it's like, ciao, Paolo, come stai? We're speaking Italian everywhere. Once I leave the base, I'm always speaking Italian. And once I come back, we're speaking American English. So I never have an accent. Like if I grew up with the Italian kids and I wasn't around Americans, I probably would develop an Italian accent. But I'm like you guys. I mean, I came back to my own country, but still it wasn't my country yet. I had to discover it as a man, as a grown-up. How is, what is possible here, for dreams. And I achieved a lot of my dreams. And the thing is, you have to believe what you see in your mind, past your doubts, past your obstacles, past your limitations. You have to see beyond. You have to visualize and believe and have faith. And when it seems like it's not going to happen, push harder. It always happens, right?
Exactly.
Have you noticed this pattern?
Yes, 100%. And Italian people, I have a big respect for Italian culture, because my coach, from Italy, I know, you have your own story, your culture, your mentality. I have my coach, his father from Italy, and we have Jerry, Salim coach, Javier Mendez, best friend. He's from Italy too. And when I talk with you guys, I understand we have a lot of similar things in culture and mentality. For example, why I really love AKA, it's become in United States, my home, it's now Snell Avenue where we live. My home is American Kickboxing Academy, because boss, own guy, own coach, Javier Mendez, he is a man. And and because everybody in AKA, they good person. He have mentality. If you say something, you need to answer. When I living before in Russia, I never think I can meet people like this in United States, like real men, But we here, and AKA never fighting with AKA. It's not gonna be happen never. I think not many gym can say this. We know this, but AKA is different.
The psychology I watched, I started filming, and first I think I have idea of what AKA is, and it's been 2 years now. And then I realized, oh, this is why AKA is so great. What the secret ingredients? It's how he treats the fighters, how the fighters respect the coach, how the fighters respect each other. In your fantasy, you watch a movie about fighting, and the coach is mean, and you're mean, and everybody's mean. And guess what? Everything is tough, and he hits you with a hammer when you walk in the door. That's not how you run good MMA, because if you're given confidence and good training, you don't need to be mean. You need to be a good coach, and you need to explain the technique and the methods, and have you spar with this guy and that guy, and he sees this guy will make you better kicking, this guy will make you better grappling, this guy's a challenge for you, he's a puzzle. I want you to, here's the puzzle, I'm going to keep giving you the puzzle until you understand the puzzle, you know.
Yes, you know. And it's sometimes he not say only like he say us like techniques, but he say, I mean, if you have bad day, don't go in the sparring. If you feel bad, don't go training. Like it's not like only it's not only like MMA. He tried to teach us how's life, you know, how you need to keep working with this dream, because it's not only you go train every day hard. It's like you need to do good training. You know, you don't train it like this. You know, like you need to do plans. You know, so this is very good. It's very
mental. Fighting is not only kick, throw hard punches. It's like about mental. How you feel mental.
Diet. You know, food, eat good, sleep good, recovery good. If you need to go for chiropractic, do some massage, even if you not rest good, it's like this is gonna be bad for you, you know. Like it's not only go training and that's it. And it's too many points, you know. So
it's so true. I mean, what you talk about, the mindset, mentality. You know, coach is humble, but everybody, you know, you guys are from Latino culture, machismo, right? You're like, oh, right? It's good for sparring, but if you have to have a balance. Because just like when you fight angry, if you see a guy get in a fight when you're working security, he's angry, he's not, he's off balance, right? So you have to be able to think and fight and move and be conditioned all at the same time to perform.
Listen, you know, sometimes in this place, Mexican place, we have crazy times too, because they try to fight with us a lot, you know. And you know, you have to control yourself, because you can hurt somebody, because you know how to fight, you know how to hurt somebody, so you need to be careful with that. So it's drunk people, you know, it's not people with consent, it's like drunk people. So you need to understand it's not normal people. You need like talk to him, I mean, control on the situation. And I think it's not because you know how to fight. You can beat everybody. It's not like this. You know,
you know, fighting. This make you more humble in your life, in your working, in everything. This only fight, go cage, throw punches. Now is about you get experience in, like brothers. You get experience like respect. Everything you learn in this sport. This is what it's amazing, brother.
It is pretty. I really like watching you guys grow. I watch the brothers get better at sparring because I left for a little while, then I come back and I go, what? They get so much better. It's always, see, it's like you go on a diet and you lose 20 kilos. You notice only a little bit. People haven't seen you in 3 months, like, oh, wow, que flaco, how skinny you got. You know what I mean? You know, so, well, the same thing with sparring. You guys are like aggressive. You guys love the sparring. And that's what coach always says. If you see that video in practice, he says, the people that aren't afraid to spar will get better faster. And I think that's what he believes, you know?
So I want to say something. When we come first time in AK, like, we know we have good striking. So we do good in striking. But everybody, I mean, most of the fighters, the MMA fighters, not only kickboxing or something like this. So because we come from kickboxing. So when we started sparring, we know we don't have good wrestling, you know. But we always say we have to do sparring and get better in our wrestling. And that's how we get better, you know. I don't know how to say it. So coach help us with this. Coach see us, we need help in wrestling. So he put us with a lot of wrestling people. So now we build, you know, we grow up. Yeah, brother. So, and we still learn. We still learn every day.
You know, brother, when we come here and I see Jamshed, he have surgery in his shoulder.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, very, very bad surgery, and we see it in home, like how he wanna train, you know, he wanna get better, but he can. But we know already when this situation be done, he gonna train hard, brother. Now, brother, I'm telling you, he wake up sometimes first and he go training, physical, this, brother. In AKA, I think everybody get better every day, every day, every day. Salim, Jamshed, Rustam also this year he training for his fight. He always get better. He's resting. It's good. Like you see, this guy yesterday only kickboxer, tomorrow is wrestler. Jamshed he come with injury, he start to fighting. But this, you know, this make you motivation in your life because it's not about always looking for yourself. You need to like look around you and you learn, brother. This make you for me and I think for Jamshed Salim, this makes you motivation. You know, motivation. Yes.
Jamshed is very good. He just had to deal with the injury and then take his time and not jump too fast because the injury comes right back. So you did everything. You're fighting with one arm. Oh, you were doing great. Now did you have wrestling before you came to AKA, Jamshed?
I don't have any wrestling, any grappling. Like I training little bit in kickboxing when I do university in Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
But I told you true. When I came to AKA, I even don't know how to throw jab. Like first year, I get beat up every time. Like every time when I go cage, people take me down and I get, people smash me. But I know, I told myself, I get beat up 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 100 times. But one day coming, guy who beat me, I'm gonna beat him, and it's gonna be happen because you not give up. You just continue growing in the best place in the world with the best fighters. You have just keep going, keep training, And after surgery, I'm just from this God help, we come back. And when I have this bad surgery, like I wanna talk about Javier, he find me like surgery. It's very expensive. Javier Mendez gives me a number of the doctor. He give me very, very low price. And even Joanna told me, I give you money, but my insurance cover everything. So I not pay nothing. United States take care of me. I get my surgery done and come back to business. I want to tell one thing about coaches in AKA. We have a lot of coaches, like we have a lot of top level coaches.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to tell about Ron Kessler, because I see how he put his time and how he put his heart in the process. He came at 9. He came at 9 a.m. and he left 8 after D class. So 12 hours, 11 hours he spent in AKA, and all ground game. It's from Ron Kessler. He built. He give us everything, all knowledge. What we know, like best. Grappling in MMA, it's I can say in AKA, people just take down and smash. So Ren Kessler, he's an amazing coach, and he give us knowledge, and he put his time. And when he see you wanna come and train, he give you more focus and he give you more time, and he not accept nothing back. He just real big brother and real coach.
Very humble. So when you're playing the MMA game, you don't get a big following because he's not, hey, I'm Ron Kessler. He's very humble. He's a great coach. Yes. And you know that's very nice that you share that perspective.
Yes.
Now, you know that you guys are training in history. Like you're training, like Khabib is there, DC is there, Luke was there. All these people were there. Some of the greatest fighters that have ever been on this planet. And when I talked with Rustam said, "Hey, yeah, I had a fight. They canceled it, but I'm so happy I get to train with Khabib." And I think that's the right perspective because you can if you were to say, hey, do you want that 5-minute fight, a fight somewhere, you probably still have 5 or 6 or 7, 8 more fights to make big career, or do you want that training camp with Khabib? So you guys had fun training with Khabib, yeah? And
Of course.
and and how long have you known Khabib for? Like 2, 3 camps?
2000, I think like 5, 6 camps for sure. From 2017, because when we came first, they trained. Habib come back from the surgery, and he get ready for the fight with Daryl Horcher. I don't know. And next time he come prepare for Barboza. Yes, 5, 6 came we together. And Habib, why he champion? Because it's not his knowledge, it's who is this. Like, he's a real man, you know. He's a real man, and he support team, he support family, he supports a lot of people.
He does. He
And
supports
he stay
a lot of.
humble.
He supports a lot of different people all over
Yeah.
the world. I mean, he does not. He's very humble. He's about everybody around him.
Yes.
And if he likes you, that's it. You're friends. You're
all
brothers.
all team all Dagestan guys who come always, they, you know, brotherhood very strong.
Yeah.
Because they are successful.
What did you think about, you've trained with some of his brothers, like Islam and Islam, 2 Islams, and Saeed and Tagir, and then sometimes there's Manap, the big brother.
Umar, Saeed,
Umar.
Tagir, Daji, yes, all these guys, they are top level fighters, because very good wrestling, very good top control, also striking. For example, twins, they know them better in the cage. They can talk you more about, like.
Oh, twins! I've seen you deal with the pressure before.
Yeah. I mean, so now this time in the last camp, McGregor Habib, we don't do sparring with him because we knew in this AK Academy. So in AK, this time, so coach see how we grow up, and he decided us put with Islam and Habib. So he see we good strikers. We get better in our MMA game. So he decided us put in with sparring with Islam and Habib. Sometimes I do two rounds, he do 2 rounds, and after we go Islam, Edwin do 1 round, I mean 1 round, or this guy from Dagestan, the other Islam or Gaji, you know. I mean, they are like very good.
Brother,
top level.
I wanna say something is Habib is next level of MMA because you brother Jamshay, he look us when we come home after sparring, and like it's funny because we thinking about we're gonna defense Habib takedown. For me, I don't know, it's too hard, you know. It's too strong, but every day we have this mission: defense takedown, and it's very hard. It's very hard take it down. In Islam too, he have very good knees, very good clinch. So it's different level. I think it's different level, and for us, it's very good. Get experience. You know, we learn a lot for Habib. Is
all these guys. But you know what? The most important, Janshe, Salim, my brother, we young, we know this all help us a lot. Coach Javier Mendez, he know this is gonna make us better, like do sparring with the champions. So it's gonna be in one future. In one future, we know we always gonna be together. I mean, maybe, you know, we like a big team. This is gonna be another team, you know. The Colombians, Tajiki, and Rustan. So it's gonna be different team too. So
I'm talking to the future stars when they are young. You know, it's funny. I've met a lot of people before they become the stars.
yeah.
I do. I meet them, and then all of a sudden they're stars. I'm like, hey, where you can pick up the phone? I'm joking, but you know what I mean.
Oh, you know what? And we always learn not only for the you need to learn for the religion too. They teach us a lot. They Muslim, and they teach us. We learn from this. We learn a lot of things. Respect. Like it's good for your life. This help you a lot. So this is very good team. It's good team. You're gonna see. We get better. Everybody's gonna get better. You will see. We wanna after this coronavirus finish. So we will see what's going on. So we wanna still training, still fighting, and you will see, guys, our team.
I think Jamshay is waiting for you to come home and cook breakfast.
Yeah.
Edwin cook very good. Edward don't know how cook.
He don't know. I always cook.
Have you been trying Colombian food, Jamshay?
Edwin one day he make Colombian tacos, and it's different than Mexican. He make it's very tasty. Yeah. But what's interesting? Even they Colombian, but we live together. Yes, we eat together. We eat like from how I can say in English. Like деревянная тарелка большая, national. We everything eat together from one plate. One big plate, like Tajik. Yes, and it's very funny. Colombian guys eat like Tajik guys with hands sometimes.
Yeah. We never think. We never thinking it's gonna be like this. From Tajikistan. I mean, it's very small, very far country. It's very far country. Two Colombian guys. Now we together. How is this? Like two Latin guys with American people with Tajik.
In America with Tajiki.
But this is crazy. Like
I think that good the kick that Salim gave you told you maybe this is a good place to find more information.
Yeah. You give me very good high kick. I don't forget this high kick.
Yeah, have you been trying to give him this high kick back ever since?
Maybe.
No, we always trying to. No, Salim, he's good fighter. Top level. He have striking. He be in Thailand. He have wrestling. He's very strong. He's very complete. He have elbows, knees. He's always complete. He's complete fighter for me. And you see how he training. Everybody see how Salim training. He training very hard. Everybody. His first fight in Bellator. Many people destroy this guy. Many people go and like it's amazing. Look how people support Salim. Like not like oh. I want to see you beat this guy. No, it's like, hey, one brother gonna fight with other brother. It's different. Yeah, it's different.
You guys get to go. I mean, he's just waiting to get back on track as you're waiting to get back on track. I mean, everybody's on the Corona time. I mean, Jamie, I mean, how's the Corona been treating you? You've been working, too busy to worry or notice difference, or?
No, I have a fight April 11 for the title in Modesta, but they cancel. And promoter told me once all this coronavirus will like finish, we're gonna make this fight happen. So I stay sharp. I stay like I training every day. We run with Soso twice in a week, So I try to make my cardio better now, and Ramadan come maybe after 10 days. We spend Ramadan in evening time. We will because we have a gym in garage. We make with Salim gym. He bring mats, and we train sometimes. We spar. So I think we're gonna be in fight maybe July, and twins too. They're gonna fight.
Yeah, these years. We just, we wait our time, We just, for this moment, we try to fix a little bit things, papers, like family, but we are still trying. So on this moment, Coach Ron Keller, he's trying to find us fight, but all this Corona things happen. So after this Corona, 100%, we're gonna fight. We're gonna start fighting. So I think this situation for everybody like everybody have plans.
You're the new telenovela, the podcast, because you guys, everybody's watched everything on Netflix already. So it's you guys now. You guys are now internet television stars with your podcast.
Everybody, I think, is tired about Netflix.
Well, I mean, you guys just told me, the brothers just told me they watched all Netflix. I watch some, I wait, I try not to watch. I think make another podcast, get more information, get to some of you fighters. And, you should be able to do a podcast 24 hours a day because everybody's at home doing nothing. Unless they go into the store, then that's a big event. We're going to the store, or you're going to work. But then when you're home, but your brain, it's weird on Corona, you think you're doing something, but you're probably not doing very much, but you feel like, oh, I gotta do this. But,
It's true. Yes, because it's like everything is closed, nothing to do. I mean, for me and my brother, we just wanna training. We sometimes, in my hom's wife, she have like little bit back, but it's not same training, brother. Also, you know what? You do great job because, brother, we always, everybody in Instagram, I see your pictures, you broadcast in YouTube, this grow up, grow up. We remember first time you come gym and like now look like your page, like you post Khabib, post Islam, like our team, Salim, and this brother is amazing. Somebody working,
I have to give everybody something. The only time you see me go heavy when it's Khabib time, when it's camp, because that's going to boost numbers. And then that was my goal. Like I could never have a one-on-one conversation. I want people to see your podcast, but I didn't want you to see podcasts with me and you until I have enough followers, because then 250 views, you're like, I get more views just taking a picture at the supermarket with my Instagram. So I want you to get good views. And the other day I did when I first started the other channel, I interviewed somebody for their big fight, UFC, 300 views, because the channel was so small, so you have to get it big. So of course, Khabib and Islam, that lifts it up. But then now I'm going back to all the brothers in the gym and all you guys, because you're there, you're part of the story. To me, this is telling the story. But first you start with the movie star, and then you lean back to everybody who's acting in class, who's starting the junior movies and trying to come up. And people are curious. They're like, we want to know more about the fighters, where they're from. And I think because the YouTube channel is so international, there's people from everywhere watching this. There's somebody in Sweden watching this, he's like, the AK channel. I'm like, okay.
And this is good time for do, because nobody, like, everybody home, and it's good, like, for talk. It's good. It's good time. It's good time for, like.
I think right now, if wasn't coronavirus, podcast would get maybe one third of the views, unless it was Fight Camp. When everything was before Corona. Now the funny thing is, movie stars, not so important. Who's making movies? Nobody. Do the movie stars get to be shopping on TV, buying a new Rolex, driving a new Lamborghini? Nope, that's not important. All that matters is food, family, health, the basic necessities. And then of course there's your fighting. And I can only imagine, you guys remember Enrico from Italy, right?
Yes.
He's now my new nephew. So he calls me, I'm the Uncle Len, because I grew up in the same town as that kid. But there was no fighters in my town except me and our soldiers who get in fights, and we'd like to get in fights with each other. But the Italians weren't fighting. So I go, where? Such a peaceful country. Where are these fighters coming from? I don't see these fighters. Now, where Salim's coach is from, that part of Italy, there's a lot of tough guys. But I was up north, so it was more just, everybody's friendly. So I did not see tough guys in the street like in Russia or in Colombia before things changed around, right? You guys all come from areas where there's fights in the street, but I would get in fights because of military guys want to fight all the time. So, but if I was just there with Italians, I probably wouldn't know what a fight was. So for me to see Enrico, I'm like, you're this tough? Wow, you're aggressive from here? I thought you were taught to be a nice kid, and you grew up like an animal. I mean, I watch him fight, I'm impressed. So it's interesting, but I see everybody from everywhere. Right? Good.
I do sparring with Enrico, and I get one good uppercut. And 3 days I heard noise from my ear. Like, he gave me, yeah, he gave me very good round. And also, what I want to tell, here in United States, you have a lot of like powerful Italian people, and it's good if people can support him because not many good Italian prospects from there, you know. So it's good to keep him consistency, come here and get training here, and maybe in the future get like contract in a big platform and just
I agree.
continue fighting.
Well, the problem is if you try to fight in Italy, the manager and then the manager and the coach, ba-boom, 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 here's your money. Okay.
Yes.
You almost have to pay to go fight somebody. You
Yes.
want $50. Just tell me I'm a professional. Give me $100. I'll do the job. But you need to make a living. If you start, I know there's that guy. He'll always do it for $100. You don't want to be that guy. You want to get what you're worth because a fight is entertainment. The promoter sells tickets. They sell beer, soda, popcorn, whatever, you know, parking, whatever. I mean, depending on the venue. So you need to make it as a living. In the amateur league and the junior and the entry level, you have to keep working while you're working towards your fighting, which is the bonus money. Yeah. And then you have to keep in mind, I have to be a champion too. Ooh, yeah, that's a big thought. Okay, I have to do that too. So I can only imagine your brain's like you're training, but I see you guys pushing each other. And I've been around this a long time. I used to have MMA gym. And I had Jake Shields and Gilbert Melendez coming through there, and the Diaz brothers and Rumble Johnson there. They would come to my gym. And Chuck Liddell said, here, use my name, because he was friends with one of the guys I worked with. And he was champion back then. So it was like the Khabib experience, except the American version. And that only lasted 4 months. I was like, I'm out of here. I was doing all media, sales, everything. I said, okay, I'm done. I gave back the gym to them. But it was enough for me to say, okay, I saw guys that like, it looks like they're never going to make it. And all of a sudden they're a big star. I remember seeing somebody like Nate Diaz going, he's okay. His brother's pretty good. And then they were the biggest stars. I'm like, and that's how this business works. One day you're here doing podcasts with me, and next day everyone's like, can you do my podcast? and it changes. But if you stay with your dream, I think you achieve your dream. If you believe when they say no, you say, that's okay, I'll keep going. You know,
yes.
You have to. You can't ever let go of the dream, right? But I'm saying, like, from a guy from 12 years ago to see fighters, you're like, he's going to be the best, and he ends up being here. And he's going to, here. And then this guy, he's gone. Oh, wait, he's the champion. It really, you never know. But I think if you can spar with people like Khabib's team, and then all the other fighters that fight in Bellator, like Ed Ruth and Crutchmer and all these other guys that are at AKA, you know, you have Duran. I mean, there's a lot of talent in there. You get Coach Tomas, you know, you have, there's so many people. Coach Jeff is in there for you. Jeff is, let's go.
Coach Jeff, it's always good energy, you know?
Yeah, come on.
Coach Jeff, he started with a lot of you guys, right? You guys started with Jeff?
I start with Jeff. Yeah, Coach Jeff, he's a main amateur coach. So if you're amateur, Jeff, your main coach, you have to follow his instruction, and he's a great coach. He give his heart. This is his passion, you know. So he give us good energy in training before fight, and also he's a good heart man. He's a son of Pops, Javier Mendez.
Yeah, Javier's coach, Pops, was Jeff's father, yeah? Oh, yeah.
All coaches, every coaches in AKA, first, they are truly men. Second, they're good coaches. And we have a top-level sparring partners. You see your left side, UFC champion. You watch your right fight, like Bellator champion. Everybody's successful people. You have just to be there and train their consistency, and in time you're gonna be a champion. That's it.
My observation, part of seeing, is like I see a Khabib. He's so humble. And I did interview with a Russian reporter, I said this on another podcast, who did the big television. Remember, I think, I had him with the brothers. Remember you were on Russian television?
Yeah, I remember. Salim, your interview. Yeah, we be there.
I did a podcast with him a couple weeks ago. The reporter, he's a nice guy. He's from Georgia, Georgia, Russia, not Georgia, America. Yeah, Georgian. And he was like, I felt like I felt part of the room. I felt part of what was going on in this. I didn't feel like you stand over here. And he says, what a humble man he is. Of all the movie stars and famous people I meet and politicians, he goes, Khabib, number one, most humble I've ever met in my life. And for you guys to train with it, like I've seen other stars that were look at me. Yeah. Imagine coming to train with somebody who's too good for themselves. He's not like this. I think that's some part of the secret sauce of AKA. You can't just be the king and everybody's like telling you how great you are. You guys, I see you two brothers spar with Khabib. You attack. You attack. I can't give away secrets, but you attack. But I was thinking something funny. What if there was two Khabibs and only one of you?
You imagine this?
Crazy. No, it's crazy.
I mean, you will see. You will see.
It's enough with one Khabib. No, you know what? What is interesting? Because when you go in one gym and you see champions, you try to follow, I need to learn from this guy, his wrestling, his right hand, his left hand, but you really be there in this moment and you open your eyes, you see, man, I don't need to learn only striking. I don't need to learn only this. This humble thing, and it's not because the front on the camera, because on television, everybody knows his friends. All team know he's like this all the time, and you learn about this because in this UFC, Bellator, all fighters wanna become for me, they're respectful, I don't know how to say, but it's like, I'm the biggest, I'm the great, I buy this car, I buy this, so is like I follow one person, it's not bad person, for me, we never have father, we grow only with our mother, and you learn about these people, it's not only Khabib, everybody, he's good, he's humble, and he's very good guy.
That's a perfect place for you two to land and to meet Salim and Jamshed, to be like, okay, now we are going to adopt you. We're going to teach you how to become Americans. I'm joking. Yeah. Well, I have a question. Okay, so I was going on a long story about me growing up in Italy, but one thing I recognized, and I wonder for you guys, coming to America, do you see the opportunity and people just sitting there sometimes, because everybody knew that comes to America, they work hard and they make money, they become successful because they see the opportunity. Yeah. But people that grow up here and they're like, oh, don't you have to work, sit in a chair, I give you 24-hour movies, a candy machine, and air conditioning, and don't worry. But if you come from somewhere where life is harder, which I'm sure it was for both of you guys, and life is still hard because California, the prices went up, you have to jump. The prices went up, you have to jump. The prices you have to jump. There's no stopping. But you're used to that, right? In Italy, it was hard to get work. So I presume in Tajikistan, and I presume the same in Colombia, the American dream. Did you guys grow up watching movies, go, I want to move there? Or how did it happen? I want to ask you, Jamshed. I know you see opportunity. You're a smart guy.
When I kid, I used to tell my grandmother, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there, yes. And and I see one clip, music clip. Before I listen music, now I try to not listen. And I see, I play in the GTA, game.
Oh, yeah.
I play Los Angeles, and I told myself, yeah, I need to be there. And when I come, I see a lot of opportunity. And when I work in moving, I see how people lazy here. They have all opportunity to working. I see all these homeless they can work anywhere, but they just get money from the government and sleeping in the street. And I'm a little bit shocked. And it's good opportunity for us because we came from country where you can get paid in Tajikistan regular. How much you can make it 1-200, and people work and people feed big families like 5, 6, 7 kids, you know, and I don't know, they're good. But here you come in the United States and you can be successful in the work, you can be successful in the work, in the just make money or do MMA. It's a little bit hard to train and work together. But if you have a dream, you just keep going forward like a twins. They work in two works, they spend money to mom, they send mom to Spain to make visa, and they come and spar with guys and just come back to work, you know. So for me, yes, when I kid, I have a like not vision, but I told myself I want to be there one day, and when I come with a big dream, you know.
Well, what movie or what television show did you see? Was GTA video game?
I played GTA. Yeah, I played GTA. San
Andreas.
Andreas. When I played GTA, I told myself I want to be there, and American stories, some movies. I don't remember exactly, but I grew up when I watch Van Damme movies, you know. Van Damme movies. I watch Van Damme movies. I go do push-ups. I go do spagat, you know. Yes. United States, it's here people open your talents. You understand?
Yeah.
For example, when I'm in Russia and I'm thinking about become MMA fighters, they told me you old, you're 20 years old. What are you talking about? What is MMA? Go work, go make money. But I told myself, no, I'm just no listen, nobody. And when I came to United States, I'm 22, and coaches in AK told me, oh, you're young product, you're gonna make it. And it's giving me like motivation. And I see DC when he turned 32 and he just started training, and in 38 he became double champion. This is example what you need to see, you know. It's always here you have to be open mind.
Well, you're talking about the almost the communist Russian style previous regime was to develop athletes from infancy, from 2-3 years old. So coming at 22, they go, we don't do that. So it's some of the old mind of coaching, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
In America, you're like, 25. You want to be a athlete? Go. No, you can't be a football player. And I think it was Kyle Crutchmer or Duran. Somebody was asking a question. What can I start wrestling at 23? Unless you're doing MMA, you can do MMA wrestling. But to start wrestling, you have to start when you're in high school. Your older body is not. It's not a workout that you're going to adapt like a CrossFit or something that you're good. Oh, I'm getting better at running marathons. I started at 25, maybe. But MMA, I think you can. You have to wrestle good enough not to be an NCAA champion, but to be able to avoid takedowns, to be able to get back up on your feet, to know submissions, to know to counter submission. And once you know that with punching, kicking, boom, it's a whole combination. So let me ask you, how long does it take for that to make sense in your head? Because if you were a karate guy, you're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden people are like grabbing your legs, like, I got to get used to that. And then the next thing you get used to them grabbing your legs, you meet a judo guy, he throws you on your head. You're like, oh, I have to learn that too. So how long in MMA before stand up and ground become one, do you think you start feeling yourself?
I think if you don't have a good background, like good wrestling or good striking, it's good to start from zero. It's good to just become like me. I don't have any background, and I become just MMA, and I learn everything like here, there, because MMA wrestling is different. Wrestling is different, and MMA wrestling is different, and it's important to have a lot of sparring. When you go a lot of time in the cage, when you spar with the wrestlers, you know how different. Sometimes we see how in AKA striking guys take down wrestlers, and you can tell this is like possible. You understand? Like we know, for example, George St. Pierre, who do karate, and he turned to MMA, and he get people with a timing.
Champion wrestlers, yeah.
Yes, he get people with a timing. So we have examples. It's you have to be. I told again, open mind here. If you told yourself, "I'm not wrestler, I never can take somebody down," you never. It's not gonna be happen. But if you try. For example, Salim, he improved his wrestling a lot. Rustam, Twins, they take people down now. So it depends of you.
Well, we're gonna probably get Salim on another podcast. That's okay, because I've been because you guys right now have been very, very good, and it doesn't matter. I wanted to just try, but then maybe like there's 4 of us waiting to say a word, so at least we can bounce back and forth. But Twins, what American television show or movie made you want to move here? Some people it's Baywatch. Some people it's, a surfer movie. For me, it was surfer movies. I want to move to California.
Look, this is very funny because we was playing one game too. Like, they put this game UFC, but we have 13 years old. Like we're young. We started playing this game. We don't do nothing. We just eat. We don't try
like kids.
So, and after we see this very interesting game, we always like fight. I fight with him, he fight with me.
Fight in the school.
Fight in the street.
Who better fighter?
I'm better.
It's
like everybody asks us this: who is better? I can't tell because I don't know. Like maybe I have good things. I have good things too. Not because we are twins, but Coach Mendez say we fight the same. But
even Coach don't know. Coach don't know who is who.
He don't know. He just asks us, hey, who wanna go first round? Who go first round? Who go second? But it doesn't matter.
Can I ask you, as twins, and you're so identical, did you ever use that to your advantage? Like maybe send the other brother to school to do the homework, or the other brother? Did you ever do this when you were younger?
Yeah, sure. We was doing jiu-jitsu in competition jiu-jitsu, and win the same tournament. So, and I have to go with one guy, and I say, Edwin, you go, because he's very tired. I'm very tired, and he say, and I say, Edwin, hey, Edwin, go with him. So everybody like who say it's not me, like like we know we do a lot of funny things, even in the job, in the gym, in the home, because everybody make mistake because we are twins. But I see twins, they are no too similar. And I mean, people say as we are very similar. So it's funny because every day we go in the street, somebody watch one guy and after he watch two twins. Oh wow, they are very similar. We have a lot of experience like this, like with my mom. Like she give us medicines 2 times for me. She got 2 times medicine for me. 2 times. She need to give me and she. This is crazy. You imagine this?
Oh my God.
I wanna connect with. So it's funny, but
yeah, you guys should be doing some kind of commercials. I will work on getting you some commercials for being twins.
No,
Yeah.
What also people is very. People say, "Oh, where are you from? You from Russia?" And we say no, but everybody tell us we look like Russians. We say no, we from Colombia. Oh, Colombia, and we live with Russia with Tajik guys.
You're a little bit
Everybody
of everything now.
Russian.
So you're a little bit of Russian, a little bit of Farsi, a little bit of Colombian. But hey, I mean, look at this. Whoever thought that the greatest coach would have his prodigy fighter from Dagestan? I'm sure Khabib's father goes, one more thing we need to add to the plan. We need a Mexican coach who does kickboxing.
Life.
That was destiny. There was no planning that out. I'm sure they were not sitting in Dagestan. Evolution of soccer is better now. Same with MMA. Yeah. But
same with them.
so I was watching this guy. They go, he's a dangerous kickboxer, and he wins in UFC. And then he goes to fight in K1 where Javier fights, you know, and this guy just boom kicks the guy. He's done. I'm like, oh, that's kickboxing. That's different. So I did not know how different it was. And it's kind of like Conor going to fight Mayweather, but that kind of crossover, you know? It's interesting. But you guys, I mean, you guys are looking forward to coming home and seeing your brothers Jamshay and Salim. Hopefully I get Salim on here tomorrow. He probably has movie interviews. They're trying to interview him to get in movies now.
No, we don't know what he do right now. Maybe he do something. He always do something. Maybe sleep. Maybe he always
he's playing Grand Theft Auto, right? Well, you guys, he told me earlier, he goes, oh, sorry, I was sleeping. For me, I watch you guys because I went over to, I can't think of his name, but he works with Fuerte Barzola, his corner guy, the guy that does the massage and the machine and all that. You know who I'm talking about?
Ken? You're talking about Ken?
Yeah.
Yes.
I go to his place and I see, you know, Barzola just fall asleep. And then I see Rustam after he gets use that massage chair, he's asleep. And I can't sleep. And because I'm a lot older. When you get older, you can't sleep. When I was military man, your age, I could sleep on the cement. I could sleep on the street. I could sleep in a phone booth. I could sleep under the stairs. No problem. Sleep everywhere. So you guys are lucky. You guys fall asleep like this. So Salim's probably just like, boom, because your body's still growing. You guys are still young. You know, in your early 20s. You're all about 22 years old?
Yeah. Me and my brother 21. 21. This year 22.
22?
In June 13. Sorry, June 30. No, it's true. You sometimes training a lot, but you know, sometimes like your body is tired, but when you training like 2 times or 3 times a day, you go sleep and it's like it's time for sleep and you can't sleep. It's like your body is too tired and you can't sleep. It's so weird. Every fighter happen. But when you not training, like all this moment, like you can sleep. In this moment, you do nothing. You like lazy times. You always sleep because your body is like more. You don't thinking about tomorrow I need to wake up and training. You know, like.
How's your sleeping, Jamshay?
I try to be more disciplined now. Like you're talking about Ken now, and he sometimes he told me a very important thing about, for example, in the high level, everybody train hard, everybody push 100%, but one guy become champion and another guy become no one. He
becomes his sparring partner of the champion.
Yes, it's not just of hard working. It's working outside gym. It's your discipline. It's you want to become champion. You have to eat like a champion. You have to sleep like a champion. You have to do everything like a champion for become, not just train, not just being in gym and go outside and do all of the stuff. And it's important to eat good food, to sleep good, because if you go bed 3-4 a.m. and you wake up 7-8, you not get your full energy and you go to sparring and you get beat up and your mental go down. So it's everything affects you. And you have to be very disciplined in this sport. And now I kind of sometimes, watch movies and go bed late. But when I have my camp, I turn off everything, and 12 I try to be done, because I have to wake up in the morning. Twins, they don't need to sleep. They go bed 4, they wake up like 11:45. They go sparring.
Yes.
They eat one banana for 2 people.
It's funny. There's a lot like you're going to a prestigious university, but you're not from a rich family. AK is like a prestigious university, and there's people, the life story you hear a guy, he goes to college, but he works full time and he has to study hard things. That's what you guys are doing. You're studying the toughest sport in the world with the best people in the world. You're the best teachers. So you're like, you're excited to learn though, because this is what you love to do. If you do what you love, you're not working, you're loving what you do.
Exactly.
But I think so, you know. I like
100. I think everybody who came like in AKA and being part of this amazing journey, they're very happy to be there because you know the atmosphere when you come, right? You see everything. You know, we come, we train together, we fight with each other, and we're still brothers, and we're still one big family. And we really feel support. For example, if anyone from AKA fight, I'm really feel in my heart, you know, I'm like, I have like, how I need to say in English, I'm thinking about his fight. I want he wins this fight.
You feel a little bit of heartbeat.
Yes, like everybody from AK,
Yeah.
even with someone you more close, with someone you have like more distance, but you feel for everybody in this place, you know, in this gym. And we watch all fights. If we guys fight online, we watch, doesn't matter, Bellator, UFC, PFL, we always try to watch and support, but we almost always win because AKA it's successful gym.
Of course. I have one last one for you guys. What do you guys think about Fight Island? Dana White's idea to have his own island, kind of like the movie. If you saw the movie, it might be before you were born. It was before you were born. Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. You know, the guy with the steel hand on the island with all the people he was having fight. Have you ever seen this movie?
Yeah, I think you know what I think is. I mean, it's crazy. You know, people like crazy things. You know, that's why everybody talking about this. You know, like even people imagine like how is UFC is in one island. I think is interesting, something different. You know, people sometimes get bored. So only UFC Brazil, UFC United States, UFC Vegas. You know, so people want to see something different. And maybe he want more like, you know, show people he can do different things. I mean, if he can make is good. You know, for fighters, they finish fight and around the UFC have beach. You know, is
I mean, I think it's interesting. You know,
it's good. It's good.
Let's see what's happened. Maybe. I mean, but I don't know how it's gonna be if he's the cage in the middle.
We don't have a lot of information. I see picture people talking, but like
picture of Alcatraz.
like
Alcatraz.
imagine this Alcatraz now is crazy.
No,
this like but people like show. You know, people like show. Like you see when Khabib say something, tomorrow everybody talking about Khabib say. Tony post something, everybody talking about post. I mean, this is part of his Dana White plan, I think so. It's make something different.
Yeah. Tony just keeps attacking Khabib, and Khabib's not even listening. He's like, I'm watching soccer. Did that guy say something? And what did you guys think? I mean, I asked Rustam. I personally thought if you had somebody like, you reverse the role, you put Tony in some foreign country, maybe he's training in Africa and the virus breaks out, or maybe he's training in Chechnya and the virus breaks out. Does he stay in Chechnya? He's not a citizen. He's got a family back home. The virus is killing people all over the world. And then they tell you, go to Abu Dhabi. Well, you're like, well, I just fought there. Yeah, that makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
You know how they changed on him the last minute, right?
Yeah.
No, it was. I just think like, Tony, just focus on your fight. Leave it alone. There's no point. What are you talking to? I think he's just an angry guy. You know?
I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like he wants to make attention, you know, like
you see his video, how he posts his weight, you know, like he make his weight, you know, and say I'm ready for his fight, but you know he don't thinking about people how they like people who feel this guy have family like Tony, like even
Dana had family. Dana had friends. Is for me, it's stupid. He make this fight. You know, he just wanna show people like he's scared. Khabib's scared, but of course Khabib is not scared. He just smart guy. How he gonna fight with this mundial cows? You know.
I think the Russian fighter Khabib is playing chess, and the other guy might be playing checkers. That's my opinion. And do I think anybody ran away? No. I mean, listen, the fight didn't happen. So what are you mad about the next fight not happening? I mean, Khabib has his religion. He has to go do, Ramadan, and that's part of his culture, part of his religion, and that's always been part of his UFC thing. It's not an excuse. It's so people can accept Ramadan. Well, they better sure as hell accept coronavirus, because that made the whole world have the same stay-at-home situation, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's just my thoughts. I mean, you're angry the fight didn't happen. I understand, but what's the point? I mean, are you trying to be Conor number 2, but not good at it, and try to start some fire? What are you going to get? An argument? I mean, Khabib's like grown up man. He's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Khabib, he know what Tony want. Like he wanna just fact that his mind, like post something, and For me, Khabib only with McGregor, he talking about his sport, about he gonna knock him out, about his religion. Now after this, all this Tony is like, what is Tony? Like.
Maybe he's hoping for more pay-per-views. I don't know, but
yeah, maybe.
But what do you guys think? How do you think Tony does against Gaethje? Gaethje's a very competitive fighter, very tough opponent.
Oh. Yeah,
this guy,
the other guy.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting fight.
Everybody, but UFC not make because they wanna see Tony and Khabib. So I think
they actually I didn't tell you. They're talking about doing it May 9th.
Yes, they maybe do it. I read about this too. They maybe do it, this fight. And about the Gaethje, what I can say, Gaethje have a power in his hands, and Tony's chin not so strong. We see this before in the fight, so we go down. It's gonna be very interesting dog fight. I can't say Tony win for sure. Nobody know who win, but Gaethje have chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting fight. But
I think he has a good chance. I don't say that he necessarily walks over Tony, but I think he has a very good chance. Compared to other people before that Tony fought. I think he has more of a chance than most of the people Tony fought before.
Yes, I'm agree with you.
Yeah. In MMA, you never know what's gonna happen. One guy for one gene, small gene, come and like exactly throw you one punch and that's it. Finish your career. So
in MMA,
you need to respect all fighters. You need to respect all fighters. If you don't have striking, even he don't have wrestling maybe, but he's have something, one right hand, right left, one high kick, and that's it. You always need like opportunity for this shot, and that's it.
That's exciting. You guys, this is a great podcast. First podcast for you guys, huh?
Yes, very good.
You should have more podcasts. We should start you a podcast too.
Yeah, sure.
And even in Espanol. I just
Español
para Latinoamérica. Muy importante.
And Tajik too.
And Tajik. Listen, I know this is the end of the podcast. I'm going to say good night to everybody. I'm just going to stop the podcast.